Hello, it's Amanda, creative gardener. Its wish was my command. The tropical black sage decided it wanted to be a tree. And so I allowed it to grow. I planted it here within a tire. But obviously the roots go all the way down. And yeah, it's becoming a tree. Now me, myself and I had quite a bit of issues with it as it was growing, and you can see some of them here. Is this pest here that likes the tip of the shoots, but would also go on the undersides of the leaves, and it's these little moths here. When I first saw them, I thought, oh, they're so pretty. They're kind of like a lilac colour. But little did I know they were going to be troublesome. So they look so cute. Well, I think they do. As you can see, they're lilac colour. But they're a pest. Unless somebody else knows otherwise. And then that's all their eggs. So what I did with this particular plant is to spray it with soapy water and an oil, and then I made my own neem oil. And sometimes you'll see the ladybirds here, but more often than not, I think this overwhelmed them, overwhelmed the ladybirds. And but then it became fine for a while, and I've only just noticed the return. And they seem to also like this trumpet tree, but that's for another day. So I just continue to experiment with different solutions, natural solutions, to get rid of them. And sometimes what I do is just chop them there. I don't want any more growing in this area, and it's been growing around the garden at an alarming rate. The birds, I think the birds are just like in heaven when they come and they find the seeds, because not all of these seem to be seeds, but there's usually like a few, I would say, special coloured ones. I'll see if I can find any, but they're usually red. Oh look, yes, so we've got some ladybirds on there helping out. But yeah, perhaps they're all not ready to seed. Maybe the ones at the top. But they produce like a couple of red seeds on the little head there. Yeah, and I think when the birds see that, they delight. So I have allowed it to grow in different spaces, and if you look at the leaves, the size of the leaves here, when I take you to the other, there's a few other places. There's one behind me, well, in two spots. So the leaves are very much larger in size, and it does make for a nice tea, and it's also used for smudging. So you gather the leaves and bind it up. Got another one here growing. I've kind of clipped that one, and then this one, I recently clipped this yesterday. The leaves are enormous. It must really like it here. Sorry, it's this one. And this. And then I've got another one over here. So they just seem to grow, I guess, as the birds, come. And there's this one. But as I say, you have to be on it in terms of dealing with the pests, because those particular ones, they seem to like. I've even found them under my my clemencherry. So this is the clemencherry, and I've got another larger one over there behind me. But yeah, the tropical black sage in this particular area just loves it. Let me just show you one more, and you can just enjoy the stroll with me. I like doing this. I have a little stroll, daily stroll around the garden. And it's just little and often. You do what you can. You can't always do all the things you want to do, so you just take it a day at a time. So here's the other one that's growing. So I've not seen that before. So yellowing of the leaf. So again, that's how you can, keep on top of what's happening. Just, every time you come out, it doesn't have to be that you're physically exerting yourself, but you have to be able to notice what's going on. So I didn't particularly want the tropical black sage to grow really large here. So I think this height is probably how I like it. So I would just continue to make it bush out by cutting the tips off. This is growing smaller than the others that you've seen, but it looks fairly healthy apart from that leaf. And there's new growth growing where I've cut it off, and I just literally cut off the tips where you've got the flower head forming. But that's the tropical black sage. I will leave the other things that can be done with it in the description, and you can also see I'll link to some of my other tropical black sage videos where they just started out their journey. It's always amazing to see the before and the after, the during and the in between. Anyway, so I hope you have a blessed day. And before I go, the wood from it. So I'm still also trying to find other ways in which it can be used creatively. So the wood is a fairly strong wood, and I think it's a semi-hard wood. So I will be keeping you updated on the things that I get to do with it. But for now, you take care.